Welcome back to part 2 of the Liu Chang challenge campaign in the Old Warhorse's ambition scenario in Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14 on extreme difficulty, which is one hell of a mouthful, which I am going to try and abbreviate in future episodes because I am not saying that again. Either way, first episode was a return to the channel after a 6-month hiatus, trying to shake off some of the rust, while explaining what my plans for this series are, or at least how I attempt to tackle it. Somewhat had a kind of difficult start developing the south. Jianing is coming along slightly. Yunnan is quite primitive at this stage. We did take Hanzhong, and we're in the aftermath stage of taking Hanzhong, where there's still even away units directly outside the city. Jiangzhou has been somewhat built up, and Cao Cao is going to be funneling troops along to the front line, which we're already seeing happening as we speak. And I think the following hour or so is going to be me repelling attack after attack after attack, trying to take out or capture as many of Cao Cao's officers that I can, if I'm lucky, as I don't think I really went into enough detail in the first episode, but as part of this campaign, the officers we have aren't sufficient. We can maintain a front and a half, but we really do need to capture some of these officers so that we can sort of incorporate new armies, hopefully using the likes of Zhang He, Zhu Shu, and other sort of quite long-lasting Wei officers. So where I want to start off here, I very nearly missed an opportunity to buy, or sell rather, food at quite a favourable rate here. So this is about as good a deal as is possible to get. So I'm going to sell, how much? Yep, 16,000 supplies and gain 6,000 gold, which will go a very long way to resolving our gold crisis. I think there's some gaps that will need filling, possibly in city government as well. So as I go through here, where I've been moving officers around, I haven't necessarily filled the gap, so this is just a recap. Money is somewhat tight, but that will have made a big difference there. And I think even though we only have about 30,000 troops in general... Ooh, no, hold on, I don't want to do that. Do I? Okay. I'm moving there. Even though troops are quite tight, we only have about 30,000 troops to Cao Cao's 500. We are now concentrated in quite too easy to defend fronts. So initially I'm going to just try and... I think this should be good enough here. I'm going to try and secure Hanzhong, get reinforcements as quickly as possible on the way, and make sure effectively that Cao Cao isn't going to immediately take the city back just after we finish taking it. So I think that's about it. Just have a quick look at the administration. I'm going to place level, because I only have one fish formation, I'm going to place snake for now, just in case I need it. Now that we're actively recruiting troops, I'm going to get prepare register level 3. And oh, there we are, one last point I wanted to make. I always forget about this, but we do have this guy here, another ministrant. Only in siege weapon formation, admittedly, but a ministrant is a ministrant, and he will be able to sort of add some much needed strength to our army. Not really important if we capture this officer, as he's not particularly influential. And we didn't, but at least he's no longer attacking Hanzhong. Ooh, speaking of capturing though, we're seeing our second top tier officer of Wei's forces. This is Guo Huai, not someone we want to fight in the mountains because he has both the defense trait, high leadership, and mountain warlord. Very scary when he comes out in arrow formation, but scary regardless. We want to fight him only in the open fields or in the woods under very favourable circumstances. So while I wait for Guo Huai to slowly get in position, I'm going to choose to fight him outside Hanzhong if possible. We are, again, in a very precarious situation in regards to all the surround and conquers that can, start against us. That's what these little red lines mean here. It does mean we need to take Yanping Gate, but I need about 8,000 troops to spare to be able to take the gate reliably, and I am not in that position as of yet. So we are just going to have to deal with the problems that are there as they come up. Oh, supplies will run dry? Okay, if you insist. And we'll have to deal with the issues as they appear, and hope we don't get caught out by a surround and conquer. Speaking of getting caught out, we now have the first attack against Zhang Liao and Wen Pin, because I have very few officers available in order to protect against the attack. I'm going to use the Nanmen. Now the Nanmen are good in the mountains and they are quite capable overall, but you do lose a lot of troops when using the Nanmans because they just simply don't have the defense. I'm going to try and mitigate that a little bit if I can, which I can do by building... Oh, I don't need level 10, I just need level 7, so I'm going to try and build some forts. Just going to hurt my morale slightly to begin with. Have I got anything? Falling rocks, adherence. Best I can hope for, really. So I'm going to get the Nanman to build a fort around here that will buff my defense, and I'll try to fight them in Linjiang using an officer to sort of swoop out from the sides and cut off the supply line if I can, but that is quite difficult to do in the mountainous terrain. Have I got here Chen Shi? Yes, so there is always the option of using this mountain man here to try and do it rather than the Nanman, which is what I think I'll do. And I need to just keep funneling troops north, not south, north, because unfortunately Hanzhong is in a very scary position, facing attacks potentially from Chang'an. I know Marteng is easing the pressure a little bit, but that won't last. And these troops are just going to come pouring into Shanyang, and Hanzhong will become a war zone. An opportunity to buy some supplies in Xitong. I don't want to spend that much, but I do, should I say 25,000. Whenever I have the opportunity, I really want to use officers to... Where's he gone now? Yeah. I want to use officers to take the favourable marketing trades, because we are in a very poor region. Though 40,000 gold is quite good, a lot of that is tied up in our recruitment cities, and there is very little available to spare. And again, I just need to make sure everyone is where they need to be. Sometimes officers get lost when I move people around. That's all good so far. That's all good so far. In a turn or two, I'm going to send one of my mountain warlords troops from Chengdu down to take this little piece of terrain here. In Yunnan, I am just going to do, well, whatever I can to get these areas slowly built up. It's not going to be a massive earner, so it's not urgent. And not a particularly good trade there. So the plan is have Chen Shi try to carry out some sort of surround manoeuvre, build a fort here, which will buff the defence of the Nanman units, and hopefully... See, this, look, 1600 assault and defence, couldn't fight Zhang Liao here. Zhang Liao moves into Linjiang or into Jiangzhou, and those stats will be noticeably lower, as we'll see in a second. So I can't fight him here, but I can fight him in Linjiang, can fight him in Jiangzhou, which you'll see. And I think we're okay, though there are now a lot of troops in that gate, and I'm worried someone like Xiahou Dun will move out into Dingjunction and take us out. Okay, here we go. What I was just talking about, Xiahou Dun, very hefty unit, and this could tie in with my plan actually. Okay, plenty of gold, that's good. And now, rather than send these officers back out on a trade immediately, I am going to try and buff up my units. So, now that we're going to be fighting some serious battles and we need to minimise the casualties, Zhang Ren, Liao, Yan, they're going to form an army trio. And where is my administrant gone? Doesn't matter. So, what we do, set the tactics I want. Wu Yi's isn't really a main event here, so we'll only have a few troops. Frontliners need the most troops because increasing the size of the unit increases the defense and in turn then limits the amount of casualties I'm going to be taking. So, I'll try and do though is have the bow units come out to the side, allowing the frontliners to take the brunt of the damage. This does leave not a huge amount of gold, admittedly, but we can always send, well, that'll be enough. A lot of this gold up north. So Chen Shi's in position, I very nearly forgot, so my Nanmen haven't got enough for 4,000 each. Don't have enough for 3,000 each. Okay, 2750 because I like round numbers. Though this is really not necessary. We are going to build ourselves the fort. Here or here. I think here will be better. And Chen Shi's just going to move up onto the mountain. So I'm going to have to wait a little bit to continue trading because I am all but out of gold at this very moment. But we will resume soon. There we are. And look, Zhang Liao had 1600 assault and defense not that long ago. And there is Xiahou Dun in far less favourable terrain, only with 800 and 800. So I know it sounds like I'm being a bit obsessive, but the terrain really does matter. So 1 3, get over there. The plan is to try and take out Xiahou Dun before Guo Huai makes his way to the city. And then I can just sort of flank around almost. Okay, the fort is ready. So I just want to sort of get this slightly behind the fort. I want to get them really as close to the city as possible to give me as much time as possible to cut them off with Chen Shi. And we are going to move up to here and hope Zhang Liao doesn't decide to chase after me. So they're not the strongest units, but we're not taking huge amounts of damage. There's the chain tactic. And there we go, Xiahou Dun, that's good, we can get some gold for trading. We won't ever be able to recruit him, but... Oh, he won't be able to actually retreat from the city, from the gate either, that's good. So if we attack the gate, Xiahou Dun's not going to be in a position to defend it. Okay, so keep sending these troops. Keep funneling food. Okay, it's early September. We now have the option, not with you ideally, we now have the option of hiring a few of these officers that we captured from Zhang Lu. 24 days, it's almost not worth it for those officers, but that is that. So I'm gonna sort of dance in between. I need to sort of stay somewhat in the region of the fort to get the defense buff, though it does last a little bit. Now I should be quite ready to go. So Liu Yin 3,000 troops. Go meet these guys in the mountain. And retreat afterwards. Zhang Yi now can, same time, take these areas back. Hopefully not get caught by the swamp on the way back out. And let's make sure this area is being built up. They are. Look, 1,000 assault and defence now. A massive difference from where we were at earlier. But let's get them still a little bit closer to the fort. The good thing about defending Hanzhong is that these units... Oh, he's turning around. He only went to take Anyang. Well, what I was going to say is these units move very slowly and it gives you a lot of time to prepare in advance. And him slowing down's not the end of the world, because we do have wounded troops to recover in addition to the supplies on their way, so I'm quite happy with that. We were at 37,000 troops at the start of the video, we're now up to 46, so we are really building up now quite quickly. So this will now be our main focus. Zhang Liao, let's see if he... I'm keeping the city relatively empty, so let's see if he'll take the bait. So again, some of these units are quite strong, some of them not so much. But capturing Zhang Liao would be a bit of a game changer. Who's just been wiped out? Gongsun Kang, up in the northeast. Have a few of those officers, keep him going. Keep him going. I should now, in 2 turns, hopefully be able to make it through the pass. Though there's a good chance he in turn gets cut off, of course. And loyalty. Always an issue. Where's this gold? Okay, so the gold's still on its way. Once that's in Chengdu, we'll be able to start trading again. I want to get Asura formation as quickly as possible. I would also like to make a start on the assault of Yanping Gate. But I have... Oh, I must also get my morale back up. I don't want to spend 8,000 troops taking the gate and only have 10,000 troops left to defend Shanyang. But maybe I should now. I'm going to have just short of 20,000 while Xiahou Dun's not in there. Zhang Yao isn't... Well, he's not incapable, but he hasn't got any good potent formations, so I should still be okay there. Okay, they're not turning around. Brilliant. I think keeping the city relatively undefended is making a difference. Bandits. And he's a bit strong there still. I'm hoping he doesn't decide to turn around. Oh, for God's sake. I've only just taken that area. I wonder if I can build an arrow tower here. Might help somewhat. This is the problem with building up the 7 areas. You just get stuck in a constant loop of bandits spawning, public order staying below the air, staying below what it should be. Perhaps that's my fault for not appointing an overseer. No good bargains. We are looking for 20-30 or 70-80 as a general rule. Nothing in between really worth pursuing. And 18,000 troops. Yeah, I may give attacking the gate a go, as defending the gate is considerably easier than defending the city because of the favourable terrain here. Though that favourable terrain does change once Jian flips to Wei, I suppose. And I'm a little bit nervous, but we should all be okay here. I don't want to take too much damage, that's my biggest concern, so if I can just secure the cut-off of the supplies, I'd like to try and capture these units. Oh no, okay, that changes things slightly. Well, okay, his stats are much lower now that he's in this area, so what I can do, I can blitz in. Let's just try and escape. So these, the positioning was quite awkward because they do not all have Reckless, which makes them automatically attack. But Zhang Liao isn't that strong. We're going to take some casualties, but we're not going to take thousands, hopefully. Okay, Zhang Liao, he marches alone. Oh, he's taking big damage. The cut-off's not even necessarily going to matter. And we got Zhang Liao. Okay, that is huge. That is huge. With some luck, we may even get Wen Pin. Oh, he's got ambitious. Okay, back into the city you go. Well, I consider that mission accomplished. Even if we only get Zhang Liao, we could get a huge amount of gold from Cao Cao if we do take, if we do ransom Zhang Liao. But I would really like to try and recruit him. And hello, what do we have here? Well, yeah, don't know what to say about that. Good luck. Okay. No Wen Pin, that's a shame. He's quite loyal, Zhang Liao. I wonder if we have any officers with the guard trait. Ah, speaking of which, I didn't even get to ransom him. So, what I do in this case... So, traits. We look for G, I think it's called guard. Nope, nothing there. C, D, E, nope, nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing there. Yan Yan. Ah, Yan Yan, I need you in... I need you in the north. This is... Okay, we're just going to have to hope for luck. I could send Yan Yan south and try to use the guard trait, but I do need him up north because we're going to be attacked from both sides here. I can't get greedy. We're just going to have to hope Zhang Liao decides that loyalty is no longer his thing. Where is he? No, okay. At the change of every month, I'll keep an eye on his loyalty. Is he still coming for the city? Is he gonna... No, he's turning around. Naturally, he's turning around because we have taken a very decisive victory. And even with those wounded troops, I think we probably... Most of those wounded troops are going to be from the Wei faction, but I think we... And I didn't even use my ministrant that I keep forgetting about. No, I can't use you. You're not quite the right person here. It's not high enough intelligence. Yang Hong. So we just watch this, and hope an opportunity appears. And next turn we can do some trading. You know what, I'm going to be a little bit proactive. What's the sense in waiting? So, I'm going to send 4, 8, 12, 16, which I can do. Yan Yan can actually be in snake formation. Because my snake and goose are pretty... My snake and fish are pretty much the equivalent at this stage. and Snake in Mountain has the same combat capabilities of Fish, so I think I'll go Snake for the bats. There we go. Is he now going to turn around? He really isn't. I've actually moved a little bit too quickly. No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I'm in the right terrain. Ma Yan again. So Ma Yan's not going to last too long. Is this area okay to fight in? Not really, so I think we'll kill Ma Yan and just wait here. Oh, the trade. Now that I've got the gold, I could use Wang Lei. No, I've been using Mengda. There we are. Which seeing if we're getting any incremental stat backs from doing this. Fa Zheng's already got a point of intelligence, and Deng Zhi's charisma's all the way up to 91. His leadership's up to 75. He's now a very respectable siege weapon, and 5,000 gold should be more than enough. Well, we can send 2,000 troops. Okay, so we're about a year. We're about a year away, so we'll get here eventually. I just really hate to be able. In fact, what am I doing? I can just do that, and I'll build up the old-fashioned way. And why don't I just do the same here and the same here? It'll cost a lot of gold, but now that I've got the gold to spare, I may as well. Oh, he is no match. Is that siege weapon going to walk into us? I don't imagine it will. No. There goes Liu Zhang's son or brother. I can't remember which of the two it is. But I am going to just move up a little bit, as I do not want to fight Guo Huai in this area. I want to fight him in this area because he'll be a fair bit weaker. Oh wait, they're all snake formation as well, so I need to stay in the mountains. In fact, Wu Yi should stay in the mountains as well because he benefits from that. That mountains? Yes it is. I'll just move him over there. What event have we got? Oh no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to send Zhou Yu to his grave. Is Zhang Liao still very loyal? There we go. And he is actually going to move into us. That's quite something. Guo Huai, I think, is going to walk diagonally up and left. No changing loyalty yet. I'm going to keep funneling the troops forward. Another 5,000. And another 30,000. So Zitong is just, it's not even generating an income really, it's just self-sustaining. Jiang Chou is, it's losing money but not at a massive pace. By the time Jian Ning is up and running, it'll be supplying Jiang Chou, hopefully. Zhang Yi just doing his thing there. I really need to get this area built up. Shi Jian can take over there. And we'll have to send some more officers south. There we are, that'll do for now. Spread them out amongst these two areas. We are slowly, by the looking of the search, running out of spare officers, which is hopefully going to be fixed by capturing some of Cao Cao's. Come on, keep going, don't turn around. You've already done this once before. Yes, so next turn his stats are going to drop off a cliff. Cliff, bit over dramatic. Bit over dramatic, but they did drop, so move everyone forward. Hopefully don't get into a duel with him, as we may not necessarily be able to win a duel. But I would very much like to capture him, and Xiahou Dun is hopefully going to get distracted taking the camp. Though this is awkward a little bit, because that could enact a rather large surround and conquer, which would cut off the path of reinforcements from my supply train, meaning I'll have to take the long trek here. All worth it if I get Guo Huai, of course, all worth it, so fingers crossed. Okay, he was doing 100 damage a tick to Yan Yan, now 36. Still not inconsiderable, but... Okay, what does that do for us there? So you can start retreating now. I want the melee units to try and capture him if they can. And then they can try and get back into the city. Any good merchants? 40? No, I remember 20, 30 or 70, 80. No, not at all. Zhang Liao, is your loyalty dropping? No. Okay, I have a feeling it may just not. Okay, at the start of any new year you always want to do a big search, see if there's any officers available. 2 seconds. Didn't capture it. Ha ha ha, it's frustrating. What's Xiahou Dun doing? It's very weak there. Okay, that's extremely frustrating. But if we fight in the mountains at Mount Dingju, that should be okay. If we fight in the plains of Baozhong, that should be okay. I wish Ma Chao would... Oh, in fact, let's have a quick peek over here. Yeah, Sun Quan still going very strong. Liu Bei still going very strong. This is because we're pulling a lot of attention, including some of Cao Cao's officers, over towards us. We haven't seen the Qiang Outlanders yet. They will be catastrophic. For example, those are the Shanya. I can't see where the Qiang are, but not the Qiang, the Xianbei. Those in the mountains are very scary. Okay, so he's still heading for the city. And they want Zhang Liao. I would give them Zhang Liao in exchange for a life extension item, which they will not take. Okay. One more trade. Let's have a quick look at the stats we got from that little exchange there. So, Fa Cheng's strength and charisma, Ma Dengda's charisma, Deng Zhi's pull and strength. None of the stats I really wanted. Chang Chong's intelligence, that's okay, I guess. So, we now need to be a little careful with the deployment here. So, have I got 4,000 each? I do. Plus Wang Fu. What does Guo Yi even have? Fish, famed mirror, low leadership. He's not really an offensive military officer. Just, I know, I've never used him with Liu Biao. I wouldn't start using him now, I suppose. So, we're going with the 2 frontliner approach here because we'll be in the plain fields. So, Li Yan, you go first. Zhang Ren, you go second. Yan, you go third. Wu Yi, you go fourth. And Wang Fu, you can sit here. Now that'll be undoubtedly wrong, but let's see how we get on. And Zhang Liao still not disloyal. That is extremely unhelpful. Oh wow, they took a battering there. Can Zhang Ren redeem myself? Captured Xiahou Hong! Oh my god. And there's the bandits again. Well, what do I say? Okay, Wu Yi. Capturing Xiahou Hong is incredible. Not because he'll join this, but because he won't. But look at that, 10,000 wounded troops. Those troops we captured from. I'm forgetting his name now. Xiahou Hong are all safely within the confines of Zhang Ren's unit. So that has just won that battle. That was incredible. I nearly forgot to send the reinforcements on the way in my excitement. Zhang Ren, Army MVP. It's not even close. Did I? No, I didn't forget to appoint an overseer. We'll just take the extremely long way, I suppose. This area is just not going to allow itself to be built up because of the constant bandits. I can't really help that. Hopefully they'll die to the arrow tower though. Okay, Liang, get back into the city. No, I've blocked his retreat. Will that matter? Okay, Liang, your turn. What can I say? 2 for 2. He hasn't been captured, but good enough. Good enough. So let's have a look. How many wounded troops am I taking back into the city with me? 300? Okay, not brilliant. 5? Less brilliant further on. 380? Yes, he's actually acquired more troops than he started with. 0. Oh well. And Zhang Ren, 10,000. So that is a particularly good result, if I'm allowed to say so myself. So we return to the city and we'll have just gained 10,000 troops, which is the equivalent of about 7 months of recruiting. They're about 6-7 months of recruiting. I could not be happier with that result. So sometimes just having the high strength officers pays dividends just from the RNG of winning duels. Really couldn't have gone better there. And just the thought, but with both Xiahou Hong and Zhang Liao in prison, I think, yeah, you're the fish as well. So that should do a fair bit of damage to the administration. Yeah, so their fishes are at an all-time low point. Now these wounded troops, they don't immediately heal, but they will quite slowly over time. So what I'm going to do here, I need arrow. Nope. Yan it is. Run there, run back. Know what? No, I'm not going to take a chance of the enemy deploying, seeing Yan weak. Run there, run back. Get ready for the defense against Guo Huai once again. Is he wounded? No, he's at full health. Not that that will last. And given the month will change and the deployment might come, I think I'll get the morale back up there. The arrow tower is doing basically what I wanted it to do, which is something. And Yunnan hasn't had any bandits either, which is... no, that's okay. Okay, we can see the slow trickle of troops, about 300 a turn or so. So this will be... should have taken one of the lesser items. Oh, well, that's what you get for being greedy, I suppose. At least he's lost his rank and title, so if Zhang Liao comes out again, well, he won't be coming from Yong'an. We might see Zhu Shu. We might see one of the Xianbei, not the Xianbei units, but a Xianbei officer. We might see someone else we can capture. They won't be as threatening as Zhang Liao, that's for certain. So Zhang Ren does have Forest Warlord, I believe. So I think I can make use of that. I do the same thing again, 4,000 each. 1,000 for Wang Fu. I'll go a little bit more for Li Yan. A little bit more for Zhang Ren. No, I don't want a siege weapon coming out from the gate actually, so I better not do that. That will be fine. That'll be fine. I will leave volley in actually, just in case. So again, always very careful with the deployment. Zhang Ren there. Li Yan there. Right. Wu Yi. Yan Yan. And Wang Fu. That should be good enough. Are there no more troops on the way? There aren't. So 5,000 more. And that should hopefully be enough for us to safely take the gate. And I think at this point I want to start look at reinforcing Jiangzhou a little bit. Here they go. All worked out quite well. And there's some more gold for us. More strength and charisma for Meng Da, which is actually not terrible because Meng Da does have sort of fairly decent strength to begin with. So how much do I need now? Yeah, 4,000 will be okay. Quan, Fa Chang, Zhang Chong. See, he's now 91 intelligence, Zhang Shong. Yeah, I think there is a little bit of RNG. 77 leadership on Meng Da, 76 strength, 76 intelligence. He's seen some benefit from it. And Asura formation will really, it won't like instantly win us battles, but it helps a huge amount. Even taking gates, which I'll hopefully be able to demonstrate. Okay, I nearly hit end turn and then I noticed this rather scary army coming out, so we'll do what we did last time, I think. Chen Shi. Let's just sort of edge somewhat on the outskirts of the army. I'll then have 20,000 troops, so 4, 8, 12, so yeah, 4,000 each for the Nanmen. We'll try and surround Wen Pin. Look how scary that is. 2,200 defense, 1,700 assault. Compared to these guys here. See, there's the volley. It does a fair amount of damage. The Chukonu restraint didn't last too long. That lasted long enough. Yay, there's the coalition I needed. The Cao coalition. So that'll mean Liu Bei and Sun Quan won't try to fight each other. This will allow us to all concentrate our efforts against Cao Cao. It's just sort of... No, I don't want to budge up one. So they won't be in range of Wang Fu. Maybe I should have sent some reinforcements over. They actually took out the gate, but they will not be able to survive the march into the swamp as long as they don't go north, which I really hope they don't. And there's not a merchant there. Merchant. Yeah, okay, we'll sell some food. We've got quite a bit of food to sell, so let's do that. We're now well and truly in the money. Plenty of money in Chengdu as well. So we've got room for sort of further sworn brotherhood should we need it. Okay, slowly, slowly, slowly. Still not captured. Still not captured. It's a process of elimination. Eventually we will capture them. I suppose the difficulty is goose formation units can't capture officers, so if they're doing the final blow, they're not rolling the dice to see if they can capture anyone. But that is not a really major problem. If we're talking about major problems, this is sort of what comes to mind. And more on the way. March, march, march. Okay, big damage. Ma Wan, or Ma Yan, we meet again. And we've captured him finally. And this guy here, he's going to tickle us, but we're going to have to march into range with him. So, move in, take him out, move back. Chen Chen, Wen Hui, and Guang Huixing aren't going to be existential threats to us. Oh no, talking about existential threats though, it does look like Zhu Chu is trying it. Huh. Maybe we can fight him here. Okay, tell you what, I'm going to do something rather reckless. Split them off, surround them, try taking them out. Let's bring the fight to him. There we go. And finally, more leadership for Meng Da. And that's quite helpful. So everyone back into the city. Stone Soldier. Friends of Wang Chuan. They might be able to work together eventually. Fish level 2 though. Well, that's quite helpful. Okay. So because the units to our east are going to be quite slow, I am going to march out. Okay. I'm going to march out quite deliberately, quite carefully. Take out Guang Kui Chiang. One of those really awkward to say names, which I'm going to be pronouncing entirely incorrectly. And we'll just take him out there and then turn back to the east. Excuse me? Maybe I'll be able to cut off Wen Pin. Retreat, please. Actually, no, you can stay there. Finally going to remember to send this guy out, but he's a siege weapon, so it'll take him quite a while to get there. So be it, and yep, I think that's it for this turn. Okay, looking north quickly, just see how we will obliterate this chap here. Guang Kui, goodbye. Oop. Didn't capture him. Okay, now down south, I completely missed the battle there. Though Yong'an is for now quite empty. Oh look, don't have to say about that really. Decent result. Let's see if Chen Shi will be able to loop around. Is the attack still coming from the east? It looks like it is, so we will get everyone back in position there. So let's just position them directly behind, and we'll send anyone with arrow yet? Anyone with, oh no, anyone with snake? No. Okay, well, you it is. And let's have a look down south now. He's not on the mountain terrain, so he's not getting the buffs the others are, but 2,000 assaults or 2,100 assaults, you know, is absolutely immense. And we have got what I wanted.
请听我说。
怎么了？我知道了。
Okay, how is the Meng Da? So Meng Da's leadership is now 79, at 77 intelligence. Fa Cheng's leadership is 84. Deng Zhi's intelligence is 82. Zhang Shong's stats don't really matter. Wan Chuan's stats don't matter. But we're getting there with Meng Da. Sort of like a pet project, seeing how much we can build it up, though I'll inevitably now not end up using him. This is the way it often goes.
我知道了。
And this is why I want the gate, because if you have the gate you can position 2 mountain warlord units, or 3 here, here and here. They can only funnel in 2 at a time, they'll only have 2 adjacency bonuses, and you can quite comfortably take them out, but when they march out of the gate it's a completely different thing. We do get sandwiched somewhat. So Zhu Chu here has basically, well, he didn't capture me, escaped from that encirclement somehow, but he's lost most of his stats there. So, didn't capture any of them. Xiahou Hong has released himself from my prison cell.
请听我说。
We are doing very badly on the recruitment rate at the moment. Apart from Yong'an, no. We just aren't seemingly securing anybody. We're killing officers, they're escaping, they're coming back. Speaking of which, I wonder if he is wounded yet. We've killed him a few times, nope. And this will need to be somewhat of a quick engagement because we do need to turn around and fight the assault from Chang'an, because Ma Teng isn't really doing too much to pull some pressure off of me.
我带来了好消息。
Okay, chain tactic? No, just increasing defense, lowering morale. Not that Chen Chen can do any damage. I might need to send the Nanmen back up north for a little bit. We're okay for now in Jiangzhou, apart from the fact we sold all of our food for gold. Said I could sell some more supplies. Don't really need to at this point. We've got plenty of gold.
出发。
And Jianning is nearly built up. Nice, strange location.
请交给我吧。
Spend some of that gold I was just talking about. Taking these areas back.
明白了。
And that's embarrassing. I left those areas unbuilt up. But very, very, very soon, Jianning will be, well, a free source of troops, food, and gold. There we go. They are just feeding themselves, well, marching themselves into the blender, not feeding themselves, I'm the one that's eating in this weird metaphor.
我有事禀告。
How close to Hanzhong are they? Quite. Fortunately, Liu Gui is acting as a bottleneck of sorts, but there's not a huge amount of officers left. So Wang Fu, out you go there, budgie.
将士们，出征吧！
So Yong'an is still quite weak, though it does have some reinforcements on the way. If I wasn't squeezed for time, now would be a good time to even do a sort of bit of a counter-attack, but I just don't have the troops available. Another opportunity will present itself. Always does, but just can't be done now, I suppose. And Marwan, what I should do, or not forget to do rather, is also change my administration Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I'll point you. See if it makes much of a difference. Okay, we're at 1508. It went up to 1701. That's pretty good. Zhang Ren's at... No. Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. I will not be salty about Zhang Liao escaping if I can hire Guo Huai, and maybe, is Yan Yan the governor? Maybe if I make Yan Yan the governor somehow, I'll have a better chance of doing it. So, we need to go on the assault, get this guy, turn around, and hopefully Sun Quan and Liu Bei restore their alliance thanks to the coalition, allowing them to not attack each other. Wu is vulnerable. Cao Cao himself is leading the attack on Wu. Wouldn't like to be up against that personally. Is there anyone I can hire? No. Always worth keeping an eye out to see if there's anyone who is available to be hired. And look at that, all that gold I bought is going to go back on the food. No. Is it the same down south? Nope. Is everyone appointed? Let's hope this is the final time.
Over.
66, so the other areas are all okay, just these two questionably below public order areas. Only thing we can rely on is RNG. I have some troops in Chengdu that can reinforce here as well, so we are safe. We were at 37,000 troops at the start of the episode. We've now increased it all the way up to 67. And let's see if we were as lucky as I'm hoping we'll be. Is he going? Oh, he's not even running away. They are still at it. Well, if the Nanmen get to Hanzhong in time, they're more than capable of taking out the siege weapon, and Guo Huai's loyalty is already under 100. I think we're going to get him. He is the perfect officer for us to have, given the circumstances. I need the governor of Hanzhong really to be Yan Yan. I can't make him a political officer though. Okay, Guo Huai. Okay, that won't work. How about this? Okay, I am going to genuinely be so mad if... Can you get there? No. If I get screwed on that. Okay, but what I can do... I always do that by mistake. 4,000 going to be enough? 6,000? 5,000 should be okay, plus Wang Fu. No, I want Liao there. I want Zhang Ren on the mountain. Wu Yi on the mountain. And Yan Yan as mountain warlord as well, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do much about that. So we'll just march out en masse and hope it all works out. Good enough. Good enough. Come on, get there, Lian. Get there. And Asura formation is ours. Let's have a quick look at their stat bats. Fa Cheng's intelligence has gone up, so is Deng Zhi's. Okay, they're destroying the camp. We're trying to. Now we are in our favoured terrain. Or quite close to it at least. So Yan Yan up onto the mountain. Wu Yi up. Risky, risky, risky. Wang Fu hold back there. So, as for the Nanmen, 3, 6, 9, 12, 50. Have I got 4? No. 3,000 will do. Take him out. Retreat back into the city.
迎战吧！
Just check once again. Nope. And I trade. I'm not going to appoint the Asura formation yet because naturally
谨遵命令。
everyone's in the city. I'm immediately going to send Deng Zhi back for a trade because I want to build up as many of those tactics as I can get, and all you need to do is keep sending follow-up trades of one person with a minimal gift and you always get 5 more of those tomes. Okay, there's stuff. There's a duel. Li Yan is instigating it, so he must be somewhat confident. That confidence was misplaced. Don't be captured. Okay, that's okay. He's only injured.
万箭齐发！
There goes one. Oh, Li Yan. He's not doing well. Have I got someone to heal? Yes, Wotua is then healing Li Yan. That injury is now a thing of the past. This is why you always do search with your spare orders, because have a look at that. He is once again at full strength, even if his morale has been a little bit hindered. So this attack has been largely resolved. How are we on the loyalty front? Are we still unable to estrange him, even though we do have Fa Cheng? Okay, we just keep praying for luck, in which case Young An's back at full strength. Jian Ning is doing okay. He's got loads of gold, and I'm actually training morale, even though I don't really need to be doing so. Okay, the south is nearly ready for autonomous development. Loads of gold, it can just pump out troops. Chengdu has troops in reserve, which can be sent in either direction, which is quite reassuring, pardon me. Let's just try and clean up this offensive. So Neo Jin is still quite strong, but not strong enough. We are losing quite a lot of troops, but at a rate that I think we can replenish. And good, the Liu-Sun alliance has been renewed as well. As long as we can form a united front against Cao Cao, I think we are okay. Oh, I wonder. Unattended home. 95 loyalty is very low. Okay, can't do it. Never mind. Okay, he's not captured, but taking a hammering. Who have we got in here now? Gate info. Cao Shu. That's not brilliant.
我有事禀告。
But the offence has stopped for now, so I'll get everyone into the city and I'll begin training the Asura, or teaching the Asura formation tactics. Finally, even if it's not quite the result I'm looking for,
出发！
in 3 turns, as long as he doesn't escape, Guo Huai will be mine. Can I lower his intelligence further? No. His intelligence is loyalty. Huh. New Jin Governor? No. Unattended home. It's always worth doing this if you can. No. Okay. But what we do now, we go to our best officers, Zhang Ren. We give him a Asura formation. We go to Li Yan. We give him a Asura formation. We go to Wu Yi. We give him a Asura formation. We go to Yan Yan. We give him a Asura formation. And we save one for Guo Huai. So what I'm going to try and do now is brute force the gate with Asura formation in situ. So I will need quite a lot of troops for this, at least in theory. Who's going to be my front line? It's going to be Li Yan. Everyone else is going to have about 2,000, just in case we see any surprise attacks. I'm going to just set everyone to only using Asura formation in this instance, apart from Yan Yan, who has the direct damage tactic. He can have that too. So Li Yan, Zhang Ren, and of course Wang Fu. So Lian is going to go for the city. Everyone else is just going to try and sort of hang around in the back within supporting range, but not in range of getting hit by the tactic of the city, which never seems to work for me, but I'll give this a go. I am very concerned that Shangyong has 45,000 troops, but if it comes to it, I'll just use the Nanmen to attack. Yong'an is fine, they won't attack me when we've got sort of equivalent odds there. So let's see if the gate will be emptied. Huh, he's coming out. Oh, that'll be easy enough to resolve, though I'm going to take some damage. Well, what do you know? They have decided to attack the city using their armies of irrelevant officers. I'm not going to give up on my attack on the gate. I will just send some, in case I need to, I'll just send some reinforcements down. 7,000 troops, he'll be there in 7 turns, give or take a few. So Lian, and with the camp, that'll give him plenty of defense, and our boys here. Oh, I hate the valley though. I really do hate the valley.
请听我说。
So Guo Huai will be in a position to be rewarded soon. I'll give him that, an item, a title, just to keep him happy. And the Nanmen will take care of those. No, nothing to see from the south. Or except this actually looks, it's all fully developed now. It looks perfectly peaceful, though that 53 public order could shake things up, of course. Now that I've got that there, does anyone have the lawful trait? Yes, they do. So now that this area is fully built, I wonder what summoners do I have and where are they? One there. None here. Oh, Guo Huai is there. None here. Nope, none here. Really thought we had more than one summoner. Okay. Can't really do much about that. So instead we just appoint Zhu Bao and he'll hire 900 troops a turn, which really isn't that bad. So that, when you compare it to Chengdu, it's about 1,400, so it's about 2/3 of what Chengdu provides. It's about the same as what Jiangzhou provides. So that is an extra influx of troops that we can use to shore up our front lines. So we're just here for the chain tactics and pretty much nothing else, hoping that the hopefully that the RNG isn't too bad against us. The durability of the city is going to, it's going to take a while to knock down, but we'll get there eventually. And it's costing us food, but it's not costing us troops, apart from volley, naturally. No chain tactic yet. Come on, Lian. Come on, Lian. Ooh, this isn't going to work.
请确认一下。
I think we just give this a miss for now. Have I got anyone who's got a nice catapult unit? What do you have? No. Tower, ram, that might do. I'll bring these two people back up north, along with Meng Da. See if we can get them to see some use. What am I doing? What am I doing here? I am... That's a blank. I thought that was something I was supposed to do there before I end the turn. Never mind. Okay, well I did just throw away 5,000 troops to do 400 damage to a gate. That was a bit silly. I was hoping the chain tactic would fire and I'd do 4,000 to 6,000 worth of troop damage to it, but nope, it doesn't always work like that, so good thing we had these troops in reserve. Okay, here we go. Once more, same formation, same positioning. They march into me, I obliterate them. Hopefully that's how it'll go anyway. I do have Deng Zhi back on. First of all, I do need to reward these two. I do need to give Guo Huai a nice title. And any intelligence titles going? Oh, you don't actually need yours, so I'm going to look for Meng Da as well. Yeah, they're unhappy with that, quite understandably. But I can now teach Guo Huai Asura formation. And I think I will send Deng Zhi up here. 77 leadership, good all-round stats, and he does have catapult, so I might as well use him up here for now. And I'll just make sure the gaps in Chengdu are filled as I keep relocating people. Okay, 1,000 damage a turn. Lian's going to redeem himself against Hanzhong, which of course he won. No capture sadly, but there's some chain damage there. They're going to keep going. Looks like it, looks like it. Am I going to wait for him to... I wonder if I can just use Chang and Meng Da together. Maybe with Guo Huai. Yeah, that should do it. Disorder. No, what I wanted to use Fa Cheng for was ring formation, so Guo Huai, Fa Cheng, Meng Da. We'll just act as a sort of reserve force until this little mess is cleaned up. Okay. Oh, that went in basically as I thought it would. Another duel, Lian. Embarrass yourself. Good, good, good. Not that I doubted him, of course. Oh, he's doing 1 and 5 damage there. This battle's won. So I'm just going to tell these guys to move on and attack Shan. I'll move the Confidant up north. I think these guys need it a little bit more. Make sure I'm not forgetting about Yong'an. No, I am not. Okie dokie. Okay, Lian's continuing to improve. Good, good, that helps. He's now being confused. Guo Huai has buffed defense. Disorder. Brilliant, we're just keeping him locked down. Huh, Jianning, for all its trouble, is now a medium-sized city. Well, I hope it was worth it. So, get into position, if you would be so kind. Take out Chen, and then obviously retreat back to the city once you're done. In fact, you two can retreat back already, give us more chance of capturing him. Not that he's particularly useful to have. Oh, he's starting to retreat. They realise the battle's been lost. Maybe, maybe not. Who have we captured? Oh, okay, well this gives me a navy. If I recruit him, that is, but with 86 loyalty I imagine I do. We have turned a new year. Maybe there are some new officers for us to capture in the new year, of course, as there often is. Reward as I like to do. See who we can hire. Oh, okay. Now, is that a possibility? No, it isn't. Will he revolt? No. Well, we got an extra officer. Shame we couldn't capture him. And Zhang Ren and Li... Oh yeah, Li Yan is a confidant of... Where is Zhang Ren? Oh, he's not anyway. Li Yan is a confidant of Meng Da. So he can fit in perfectly and Wu Yi can just do Wu Yi things. So Li Yan there. Wu Yi there. Let's see how potent we can get Fao Cheng to. 1300 defense is already quite good. And let's see if any Yunnan officers will here. Meng Hua. Excellent. Okay, that really is excellent. And I'll explain why in a second. They're not in confidant range. Oh, that doesn't matter. They're still Li Yan.
请听我说。
So, what makes Meng Hua, and I can't, actually, what makes Meng Hua so good? Simply this. Reorganized military level 5, there we go. I haven't got any means of not overstacking it, but still that gets us to the level 10. Meng Hua himself can also see some niche use. He has decent stats, he has an AoE tactic, so he's a good Asura formation user. And I think there is a wife of his that we might be able to pick up as well. So, I like to use Meng Hua with Jurong in the mountainous terrain when I do have Yanping Gate. In my practice run, I didn't have to struggle to get the gate as I acquired it from Zhang Ren, so I'm a little bit behind in that regard, but in my practice run I didn't have Guo Huai. Some guy called Yin Mao. I wonder if they're going to turn around. Doesn't look like Han Hao's turning around.
请确认一下。
No, they're still coming for us. Okay, well what I'll do, I'll play, I think, up until things have calmed down here. Yong'an is perfectly safe. Jianing is, reasonably safe. I'll try and be a little bit more selective, but no, I'll just keep doing the mass searches. I'll get all the officers eventually. So back into the city, I didn't assign an overseer, that was a mistake. But, is he? No. Ah, Fei Yi. Excellent. Excellent. So Fei Yi, one of the prime ministers of Shu Han, of course. He has the convenient reform expenditures, level 5, though at this point I don't really lack for, well, I don't really lack for gold, but he's also a pretty decent catapult unit. Otherwise, if you get Jian Wan, you can actually use two of them together quite well. And he goes well with Zhuge Liang, who naturally we won't see use of in this campaign. For Han Hao here,
请确认一下。
I don't think I really need to, I don't think I really need to use my main army. I'll just use the Nanmen, he's quite weak. I'll send 4,000 troops out to attack him and then retreat.
我早就等不及了。
6,000 there.
好的。
Is he really going to just come for me? Huh. Okay. I wonder if this will work. This is... Ah, 12 days. Oh, that's frustrating. Maybe we can hire him then. No, still 12 days. Because his loyalty will go back up in a day or so. So it's sort of It looked like potential, but it really wasn't. Here they come again still. Come on, Nanmen. Don't prove me wrong, I've taken... Oh, good, I've captured him. 200 troops there, if that damage... Yeah, 7,000. And our doctrine's gone up. What do we want to put it into? Probably personnel. The only reason I'm doing this is I quite like Imperial Academy for, in the long campaigns like this, making my officers better. I wonder though, did we get many wounded? 6? No. Huge amount. 1,100. Yep, so we've actually made a profit here. 16. 0. 0. Yeah, so we have comprehensively made a profit. We lost 200 troops and we've recovered 1,000. Oh, well, he's very loyal for someone I've effectively nearly put into the grave there. Is he really coming for me? I love Chang Chao, but does he think he can win this? So, how do I want to do this now? I'm going to send the better army up north and the weaker army down south, I think. And I've done this a few times now, so I'll skip the part where I deploy the troops. Change a tactic of his own. The disorder's fired off. This is allowing me to do quite a bit of damage to this unit here. Zhang Chao is already evacuated. And he's just making a march to this city. Oh, okay then. If he wants to do that, fine by me, but he's going to get cut off. And then these guys here, nothing to worry about really. Down south, bit of a different story, but the Nanmen units, as we've seen, if we do cut off Wen Pin and Zhu, they will be able to clean them up quite easily. Okay. Oh, Wu on the front lines. No, he's not. Zhang Ren's got in the way. And chain tactic. How much damage are we going to do here? Enough. And we've got ourselves possibly another ministrant. Excellent. So, our fort has been destroyed, so I don't know how I feel about that. We do want to... I'll just build it here. Build it there. I wonder, can I build a small wall in front of the... Yeah, I can, excellent. So we'll let them keep coming, we'll let them keep coming, and we'll let him hopefully keep coming. $2,000, 2,000. Good old Asura formation chain tactic, thank you, Mengda. And a duel. Guo Huai, welcome to the faction. What are you going to do for us? You're beating up a strategist with 30 strength. Capture him, no. Oh dear. Okay, well these guys aren't really posing any threat. Mengda's taken some damage from Zhang Ji, but he is thoroughly... I'll just leave that there for now. It's thoroughly undefended, but... So I lost my train of thought there. Zhu, is he going south? He is. Well, we managed to deal with this before by splitting them up. So if I go up here, maybe bait Zhu towards me, I can get the Nanmen to sweep in and surround Wen Pin. There'll be casualties, but we'll take him out relatively easy. And I'm still doing the merchant checks in the background. It's just there's not a huge amount really that I need to do because my gold situation is basically as good as it needs to be. Mengar up to 80 leadership. Excellent. They really are attacking from all sides, but it's not doing enough for them.
请听我说，
I think what I'll do is I'll swoop around and try and capture Jin Pi there.
我在这儿。遵命。有事吗？我在这儿。明白了。
I don't know if this is actually working too well for me.
我明白了，什么事？静息一切。什么事？静有什么事吗？
It's working well enough.
明白了。
Right, no, I don't want to move forward because I want them to enter this area, which is under my control. So in fact, I'll move back.
是，
And I'll just keep these guys here.
我知道了。
As safe as could be. Shu is not taking the bait, but he is sending reinforcements over. Now, this is what makes cutting off enemy units quite difficult, because the units are staggered. Look at that strength, that assault. And the units are staggered, meaning if I send Chen Shi over, by the time he gets in position, Li Tong is going to be there and Chen Shi will probably fall. I may need more troops here, so I've got a stockpile for this very occasion. There you go, 9,000 troops. And let's just trying to keep capture officers. And Hao still very loyal for now. Okay. Pivot north. Liu Jin is substantially weak at the moment he enters our terrain. His units have had all their strength sapped from them, which is quite funny to imagine. He's not going to be able to get through the front line. And Wang Fu, I don't want you on the front line, admittedly. Have I got anyone at all left? No, not really. Okay, oh no, he's coming. He's coming for us. I'm gonna just have to fight a battle around Jiangzhou and accept that we're trading casualties, I think. Well, that's taken care of Liu Jin. Siege weapons are retreating, understandably.
请确认一下。
So let's turn around and get a hold of that siege weapon.
我在。
是。是。
Oh, what's going on here? Okay, this is actually an opportunity. An unconventional one, but if they're going to take the bait, I'm going to take out Ling Tong. And then, well, not Ling Tong, Li Tong, and then potentially Liu Yi.
该出场了。
If I stay just within enticement range. That doesn't matter. I'm sending Fei Yi on the expeditions to boost his stats a little bit in case I decide to use him in the future. And he's just marched directly into the city.
请听我说。
有命令吗？
Which, again, is interesting.
有什么事吗？谨遵命令。
Some would say
有事吗？
silly. I'll go with interesting. So they're done up there, they can retreat back. I think I'm going to try and make a push for the gate now. I didn't look, I didn't pay attention, but
你找我吗？
come on Chen Shi, keep them chasing you.
明白了。知道了。
And let's see if we can surround them. Have I got anyone else with snake formation while I'm at it? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And once again, I am forgetting. Once again, I am forgetting the ministrant, though it is hard keeping his siege weapons in line with the Nanmen units. There goes Wan Ling through an incredibly excessive chain tactic. Ah, we got Li Yi. So we just moved forward, and now I'm going to try and cut these guys off. Chen Shi's taking a little bit of damage. But I think the phrase is too little too late. So, move there. Move there. Chen Shi, you have done admirably. That never ever works out for me, making the AI chase me, because they always seem to cheat as far as manoeuvres considered, but I am incredibly happy with that. So we will be able to cut them off and obliterate them quite comfortably. There we go. Now they are retreating. Hardly a scratch. And the next part is incredibly easy. So, Wen Pin, there you go. You can safely retreat, you can safely retreat. And these very weak units now do not stand even a slight chance. So, you're retreating. I will end the episode on another attempt to take down the gate. How about that? I think that'll be a good point to end. Wiping out Zhu Shu and Wen Pin, and then going for the gate. Oh, they're going to be a bit slow moving forward here. Who did I capture? Oh yeah, Fish Ministrant. Brilliant. Develop facilities, not necessarily needed, but he goes well with Wu Yi. God, they're so slow. Well, I suppose the mountains will go both ways in that regard. Why is Zhu Chu... Oh, Wen Pin's got defense, otherwise the fence is left. I misread that. Is he retreating? Won't matter. So what am I going to do now? I want my catapult. I want my ministrants. And I need to give Deng Zhi obviously a formation in order for him to lead the catapult. Incredibly sorry about that. Down you go. Let's see if the catapult does any better. So, probably not. I expect we're going to lose all of these troops. But I would like to try regardless. And where is Wang Fu? Okay. Sorry about that, that's my phone ringing. Okay, here we go. Okay. So, oh, they've recovered just about enough to do some damage, but can't do a huge amount to considering that they've got no reinforcing areas. They are as basic can be. And oh, sorry, I had to pause during the deployment phase, but Deng Zhi is going to be leading the assault on the gate. Zhang Ren, Li Yan are going to be there in the background just trying to soak up some of the damage. And I've sent the confidants out to help a little bit. Marteng still going strong. There is a possibility we could try to take out Marteng ourselves, but if the coalition falls apart, but I really don't like fighting Ma Chao and his family in these areas, given how scarily strong they can be. Okay, let's have a quick look then. Wen Pin down, not captured. Naturally, he is an escape artist. As is Han Hao, quite literally. I mean, even once we had them surrounded, we've taken quite a lot of casualties here, which is really hard to believe, all things considered. But the power of tactics with high war officers. So there's that. And now let's see how we get on with this gate. I know Bali's just done a considerable amount. That's okay, it has to be done. Oh, well, he's deployed behind the gate. That makes things a lot easier. Oh, those volleys though. We're just not doing enough damage.
请确认一下。
在这里，
It's not brilliant.
我明白了。
Look at the amount of damage we've taken already. I'm just going to move,
遵命。
moving back. Chengdu has some troops in reinforcement range.
好的。
And how many wounded did we get? Okay, 4,000. Never mind. We've recovered the casualties we've taken pretty much from the captured troops from the officers. Completely forgot about this, but there's an extra ministrant. And that will not do us any harm whatsoever. The more ministrants we have, the more of an improvised army we can make up without sort of substantial confidant links. Okay, come on. Come on, Deng Zhi. Come on, Deng Zhi. We really need this gate. Oh, Liu Yi. Liu Yi.
愿尽绵薄之
Oh,
力。
look at that. Good, good. Oh, and we're getting the gate. So Liu Yi is very good at
请听我说，
effectively buffing your siege weapon doctrine, which would have been very helpful at the start of this battle. But I could give the intelligence item from Fa Cheng over to Liu Yi, and Liu Yi will have 100 intelligence and will be able to fit in the warlord slot. I mean, Fa Cheng only needs a small intelligence item at this stage. But I think we're very, very nearly ready to end this episode now, so all systems go. They're launching a new attack for possibly on Martang. All is quiet in the south. More bandits haven't oh, whoa, look at that, 100 public order. 100 public order across the board. Excellent. Wasn't paying much attention, but perhaps I should have been, because the south is secure. So what I can do, to save the tedium, I can set a district up. Do I want him? Chong can be the district commander, and he'll just be in charge of supplying Jiangchong and Chengdu effectively. Oh, that's an excellent end to the episode. Okay, into the gate we go. And it's ours. Now it's now full of troops, and we still have quite a lot of troops in Hanzhong.
我有事禀告。
It says Wei's marching towards Hanzhong, and it is, but from the east and possibly from the north. I wish I could request an attack. I wonder if any items... I could probably get that for Sun Quan. And a horse. No, I won't be needing that anyway. He'll retreat. Yanping Gate is mine. I will now be able to use my mountain warlord officers to sort of guard the pass when needed, especially with the Asura formation traits. I might make a sworn brotherhood if I can find a couple of officers that fit that role. I'll clean this up at the start of next episode. Yong'an, I think now will be the target. I am in a position where I can start to try and provoke an attack. What I need to do is win a battle in Linjiang, and while Wei is still weak, then march on towards Yong'an. Once we have Yong'an, we're in a position where we can then do surround and conquer manoeuvres, but we're now quite secure. Starting at 37,000 troops, we're now at 100. Cao Cao had, I think, 500, he's at 7, so we've both grown, but we've grown far more than Cao Cao has. And even Sun Quan is held. Ooh, I was going to say he's held Wu, but maybe not for too long. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I will be releasing these two episodes either together or a few days apart, if I've recorded them effectively 2 days apart. Any comments, any feedback, by all means post something, I'd be very grateful. Otherwise, I just hope you're enjoying the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.